G'day everybody. I want to discuss why I did what I did on YouTube. Okay? Here it goes. I did what I did on YouTube because I thought I'd try things in a different way. As in when it comes to how I video and how I do things. So imagine starting to do that and then I end up having problems when I started to do what I do. And with these problems, I thought I'd use the law's ways to solve problems. Then I found out that you can't really solve problems through the law sometimes. So I thought, well, it's not too major, and if I can show these people what they did, they might change. They might come and see me and they might apologise, fix what they done. And if they did that at a certain time, of course you don't want to go for a whole big battle before they do the right thing. But if they did the right thing straight away, these people, it would have turned out probably pretty good for them. They would have got forgiven. But instead, these people is what you call law-abiding citizens. And they will follow the law no matter what the law is. There's plenty of these people out there. That's what you call 100% law-abiding citizens. They'll listen to the law no matter what it is. Right? Because they live by the law. It's the law. Right? Most people don't have their own ways or religions. They just live in this world and live by the law. Right? So what I decided to do is, if we didn't get justice through the law, well, they teach us power to the people. They tell us we can do citizen's arrest. So we can do those kind of things when the law fails us and we know we're in our right. I decided to make a sign, put it at the front. And I made this sign because the people I was having issues with will see that I have a channel. And they know about this channel. So what I did is I put things on this channel that's them and the truth, to try to get them to heal with their problem. You could say it's an experiment. Let's say this is an experiment in a different way of how to approach and do things with people. Instead of just using the law. Because the law can be harsh certain ways, not quite right for people. You know, instead of just taking your kid to jail after he stole, you talk to them, you get them to see if they'll learn before you take them to jail, eh? Before you go, that's it, you're not listening, you keep on stealing, you're not doing the right thing, I'm going to take you down to the police station, son, sort this problem out. Right? That's what we do. But why can't we fix certain things ourselves, like Neighbourhood Watch? Like back in the day, Neighbourhood Watch was people sitting at the front, looking around, talking. They used to make groups about this. People didn't care when I was young about that kind of thing. The generation today, all they care about is their looks, I think, what people perceive of them, instead of the truth. Right? When I used to get caught doing things, I would just admit it straight up, definitely if it's on camera and stuff. Yep, I did that. What's the problem? What's the punishment? I'll apologise. I'll do whatever needs to be done. Fix the problem. Shouldn't have done it. You're right. I like to go through that with a parent or people than a parent that just calls the cops and doesn't want to speak to you and hits you with the full force of the law. So which one do you reckon is more right to do? More righteous? Wouldn't it be better if you can have a discussion with people Wouldn't you like this, people, a better way to do things? Wouldn't it be cool if maybe if the law didn't help you, and it's got to do with stealing and certain things like that, wouldn't it be good if we had a place where, like a church, you could take these problems to there, and we already know the law won't do nothing, so what they do is they put up the truth. They go, look out for the thief, look out for the pedophile, look out for this. But we get into a place in this world now. All those old ways are just gone now. Now you just got to do the law. You know how the law is going to take us over? If the people get to a point where they can't solve things themselves and they need the law will control you. They'll even get to the point where the law says you will need us because you can't solve nothing yourselves. Because that's what we're proving. If I put up certain things about people complaining about my noise and stuff like that, pretty basic stuff, right? I'm showing people the problems they have, right? Wouldn't it be good to just rock up and fix the problem? Or do you think the problem should stay there and we go to court and everyone keeps it a secret? Because that's what I've noticed, that everyone likes to keep everything a secret. Is that the best way to make someone heal with a problem? Is to keep everything a secret? I'm not saying they can't. People can't move on by keeping things a secret. That's okay if it's something major. You know what I mean? But really, nothing should be kept as a secret. You should just admit it and move on and go, yeah, I've done that. Like me. I don't steal now. I don't do these certain things. But at least I admit that I used to do it. Right? At least I admit I pulled my dick before. You know what I mean? Some people, like when young teenagers ask teenagers, oh, have you ever masturbate before? They go, no. Because they don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to speak the truth. Huh? That's what we're all getting like. We're getting to a point where if people speak the truth about people and they don't want to heal and do the right thing, they're allowed to attack you. That's what the law is now, people. It sucks, doesn't it? Power to the people. I'm not allowed to tell the people now in the streets or anything like the old Neighbourhood Watch. Neighbourhood Watch is dead. The law killed it. Right? Because we're not allowed to talk about those things anymore. Even if I'm right, not allowed to talk about a thief anymore. Not allowed to talk about where a pedophile lives. Not allowed to tell anybody anything. Because the law owns us. That's my opinion. And so I wanted to do things in a different way. If I ever had my own place, own town, own area, that's what I'd like to have my people to do. If they try to do the right thing first, means you confront the people, you talk to the people, and they want to be a smart ass, and then they want to use loopholes and the law and stuff like that you know is not quite right, right? Where would you rather be? At a place that is truthful and talks about things and solves things and forgives? Or a place where no one wants to listen to you, nothing, you have to go to the law and it takes months to get things sorted out. And a lot of outcomes go too far because people just want to attack and gain. You know what I mean? So everything I've put up and done, if I was any of these people, I must be different. And I knew about the clips I'm putting up because I made sure that these people get to know. I don't want to hide nothing. And so they know. Wouldn't surprise me these people are posting up things about me behind the scene, right? And not telling me because these are the type of people I'm talking about, right? They just do everything in their benefit. They're not trying to heal. They're just doing what they do. Right? And I find the best way to heal is to confront the problem straight up, if you can. Definitely if it's a problem that affects others. Like, if you're just a person that cuts yourself, does whatever to yourself, and it's just you doing it to yourself, that's fine. That's something you need to heal. But it's not any a major thing when it comes to the collective. right? You need to heal things when you're hurting the people around you. That stuff needs to be healed, needs to be fixed, needs to be talked about, and why things happened. That's my belief. But I did a little experiment anyway. Did what I did. And then I found out people don't like to come and apologise, come and discuss their problems in front of you. They rather just do it behind the scenes. And to me, that's sad when it comes to small things. But anyway, that's what happens, isn't it? In fact, these people, some, you can confront them, and instead of them changing, they rather beat you up. You know what I mean? Or they rather just call the cops, where you get nowhere. Like these days, when you used to call the cops, if you call the cops, they'll come to you first. That doesn't happen anymore. Apparently, if you call the cops, but the cops go past who you call first, they will go there. That's what I got told by the police officer. I asked them, if I called you, why do you go see the person that I called you about? Right? And then come over to me and not believe anything I got to say. That's not right. Just because they're closer. Shit. Maybe I need to live closer to the police station than any problems I have with people. That's the crap we get today, people. I'm not lying. What I'm saying. So that's why I post up. When it comes to our rights to post up things to get things sorted out like the news does, when the law can't catch a killer, can't catch a thief, what do? They post it up, don't they? So the law can do what they want. And paid companies, it's all about making money. It's all about having controlled news areas. Because if you wanted to control news, that's what you do. You don't let the public talk too much. And then you can control what gets spread out there. And that's another problem we're having right now too. With all this fake news and stuff. It's because the power to the people it's lost. What power do we have, people? If we can't communicate to each other. We can't say the smallest problems we're having without getting into big trouble. Is that power? To me, that's no power. Anyway, let me know in comments if I ever get any, because I've noticed my way's gone and it's not going to work and only gets me into trouble. So I'm going to do the law's way while I'm here. There's nothing else I can do. The only thing I can say is I tried. So when we get to court, when it comes to the things I've got to sort out, I can say to the judge, well, I tried. I tried the right way. I tried this way. That people rather attack than solve their problems. Like workers that, say it's like a social worker. Imagine a social worker not helping you and in fact attacks you and stuff like that. And then you dub them in to their job. You tell them, you try to bring up their hierarchies and all that, and no one wants to listen to you, but you know what you said is true. What do? You can go to the news, of course, but why can't you say things yourself? Why can't you put a clip up after you've tried everything? You can say to people, I've tried all this, and this is why I'm doing this, and then win. And then people to see it and go, yeah, and then solve the problems. Why can't we do that? I find that pretty easy to solve, isn't it? If they don't want to, these people don't want to confront and say, yeah, I did this and I want to fix this, then they should be shamed to everybody, is that's what they do. How do we help the rest of the people? By keeping everything hush-hush? Definitely when you get no justice. To me, that's just stupid, isn't it? Right? It's like these things happen so bad that I've got AVOs taken out on me because I'm trying to get these people to do the right thing. That's how bad it gets. That's what the law makes. These people, to annoy people that are good, can create court cases and false claims and make you have to go to court, and if you don't go, you go to jail. But then they don't even have to go. So isn't that wrong? where you can just make up false claims, and if you don't turn up, it just gets squashed, nothing happens. Well, that's not right, is it? That's why I'll be going to court to find out what I can do about that situation where people can send me to court and make me go do something. It's just screwing me around. And I go there to sort out the problem that they've accused me of, and they don't even do nothing. And when it comes to people not doing their job, I was talking about these people not doing their job, and instead of just doing their job, they rather attack me and tell me that their life sucks now because I'm telling them to do their job. Does that sound right? It doesn't, does it? But it's the damn truth, I can tell you that. Got things that I can't wait to talk about. I don't like putting things up on YouTube. I don't like shaming people. I don't like doing any of that. All I like is to see the right things getting done. And if it's not right, that we can talk about it, discuss things and make things right. How can a citizen ever get anything done or discuss anything if we're not allowed to post up things and have freedom of speech? Do you think it's right that these people who can go ahead and just put on laws against you with no real evidence, like ABOs, and then they can turn up to your face and attack you first, right? And even if they do this, you can have all this on video. And then if you say a word or defend yourself, you can't do nothing about it. That's what happens if they do things like that to you. That's why I couldn't do nothing after this person put an AVO on me, and then while I'm cleaning at the front, turns up and tells me to get off the road like a crazy idiot when I'm just standing on the side of the gutter cleaning at the front of my nature strip for the people in the street, and have someone abuse the shit out of me once again that's attacked and done all sorts of things to me and can still do it because the law protects these people. Shocking, isn't it? And apparently I've got to start doing these other things to stop it, even though the law should have done things before it even went that far. But anyway, I've noticed that what I need to do, because I'm about to become a law-abiding citizen now. I'm going to do what the law says to do it. Even though I find it that way, he's probably wouldn't have been the best way, because I could have solved things without anyone getting into trouble big time. But I guess we're going to have to do it the law way, and the law way has prison sentence. The things, so once you already admit it at the law and you go, yeah, I want to move on, once we get there, it's going to be too late. They're going to go, good for you, now we're going to give you some jail time. So which one would you rather have? Someone to talk about you, like the street might know, a few people might know or whatever, but you can come and talk about it and fix the problem, like neighbourhood watching, like someone was spreading around, I seen him steal, and then all of a sudden people found out you're a stealer, and then you come and apologise like the old days. That's what a clip does. Or would you rather everyone go, he's a thief, and all know about it, and then just take you to court and not help you in any way and just get you locked up? Because that's the one everyone picks. And it's sad. Anyway, I thought I'd have a little chat about what I do and why I did what I did. I did it for the right reasons, but I thought would have been a better way of doing things than to use court. Or would you even get that far to court? But anyway, see, people think I'm crazy that I seen a sign get ripped down and I didn't go report it straight away. What I did is I already knew they knew about my channel, so I made another sign and I kept doing my thing, and I thought I'll post that up and see if they'll come over and go, oh, I apologise and talk to me about that, or do they want me to go see the police? And so I waited a while, and then I confronted them about it, and then I got ran around with stories. I wasn't too happy about that, and I'm a pretty forgiving person. So I waited a little while until I ended up getting drunk to the incident you all know about. But I try to do the right thing first and fix the problem. Which one would you rather have, people? You to steal, me to get the footage, and just go, you little thief. and then just take it to the police station, even though that doesn't work. I already did that. The police will look at the footage and make the decision, and nothing happens apparently. So I wonder if that happens at supermarkets when people get caught there, and they rock up all the time. When I was like a kid, and the police rock up and go, "We've got you on," and they get you straight away. I don't know why they didn't just call that a civil case. Everything should be a civil case. Now, why do thieves just walk out of supermarkets? Right? Why stay? If you stay, you actually cop it worse. Doing the right thing in a lot of cases, you can actually cop it worse. That's why people keep things a secret and doing things a different way. Anyway, I'm starting to blab a lot, so I'm going to leave it there. I've had a good chat today about a few things. It's hard to get certain points out without having a good discussion and then getting all the right points and writing it down like a professional, you know what I mean, like a script reader. But I don't like to do the script reading. In fact, if I ever got a job where I had to talk about things and stuff like that, I don't think I'll ever have a script written down. You don't need one if you know what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, you go, oh, I'll research that later. But when it comes to leaders, they don't, unless they want something fantastic and beautiful. You want a famous speech and go, look, I've written something here to make this sound good for you people. I understand that, but writing down things to tell people what you're going to do and what you need to do, you shouldn't have to do that if you're a leader, because you should already just know. But anyway, bye-bye, people, and have a good one. And I'll see you when I see you. But it won't be long before I remove everything soon, because I'm a person, if I'm getting nowhere, what's the point, right? And so I'll just shut down soon. I'll just get rid of things that I know might be a problem, and when I'm talking about how to show people what I do, I'm just going to get rid of all that, and I'm just going to leave some music up and all that, and piss off. What would you do? You got to this point, because I'm not saying that months later or something it all starts happening, but at least I'll have this video, you know what I mean? Go, what would you have done? Been on there about 2 years now, and I don't get much discussions or anything. I feel like I'm wasting my time, and all it's done is the people that watch me just attack me. That's all I've noticed I get. All I get is people who want to attack what I've got to say. So if you got all that, would you hang around? I wouldn't hang around, would you? It's like they would say, you're in the wrong place or wrong time. That's what I think. But what I'm trying to do. Anyway, bye. See ya. Have a good one. Quick update on the Dreamcatcher soon. And I'll show you when the light really comes in soon. When I get best lighting on it. I'll do an update on that. And I'll quickly finish up a couple of little things so I can finally just move on and stop sounding like a whinger. Because if you're a person that just talks all day long but nothing happens, right? Nothing can change. You can't change anything. Nothing will happen. There's no use keep on talking about it, because that's what I call a whinger. You just whinge and there's nothing to do anymore. Like, all you can do is complain. So why do it? If all you can do is complain and nothing's going to happen, don't do it. You just be a whinger. Bye-bye.